Getting ready for Heat 3B. Let's see how they stack up.
Well, 18 seconds, that's a big number for where the boats are on the race course right now. They're all a little early. They're going to have to slow down. Terry Troxel, you see, is in lane 3. Dave Villwock out in lane 4 in the Budweiser. Mitch Evans in the piston-powered Bardol Special. Mark Evans way out ahead. Was he too early?
I think it's pretty obvious there that he got that far ahead that fast trying to get the great start, and you go on board with Nate Brown and the Oh Boy Oberto. We were just talking about him. They've got to review that start, Steve Montgomery.
Yeah, I think we have gun jumpers, but we will have to wait and see. They'll review the videotape of the start. In the meantime, Mark Evans way out ahead of the field, but he may have been too far out ahead at the start. We should have word here in a moment.
Still checking on that on the inside. The Oh Boy Oberto has lane 1. The Miss Elam Plus with Mark Evans for the moment out in front as these boats are racing here for the 400 points. Getting down to the final couple of races here, and those points very valuable. Mark Evans maintaining that first place lead. Some windy conditions, some fog, different things for the drivers to contend with here in San Diego.
Still waiting for word now. We think there have been gun jumpers. We are not sure just who yet. Got a heck of a boat race going on out here, but it may be all for naught until we get some official word.
Looked like with our clock that Mark Evans was clearly ahead, but again, as you look on board with the Miss Elam Plus, we don't know for certain until they give us the official word.
Here is the word now. The U99 Zenetics, the U1 Miss Budweiser, and the Elam Plus were all over too early. Our leader then is Nate Brown, and the Oh Boy Oberto. He had the start absolutely wired perfect.
And I'll tell you who benefits also is Mitch Evans in the Bardol Special. He is now in second place, even though you don't see him in this shot, with those other 3 boats now being informed that you were early.
Mitch is running the piston-powered boat. He's way back of the field, but everybody ahead of him, except Nate Brown, jumped the gun, so Mitch is cruising along way back there, but in second place.
We were talking about Nate Brown before that last time out, and the other drivers were talking about how he is a utility man, really, if you will, and right now he is the benefactor of what is some competitive and over-anxious racing.
And that's a pretty big story you just saw. Dave Villwock in the Miss Budweiser running 4th after the penalty, but actually has 2 boats ahead of him on the water. And that's even more of a surprise as we look at Mark Evans. That bright orange Elam Plus is one boat you can see in the fog, and we see that Nate Brown has actually moved out now to where he's even leading the race on the water. So Nate and the Oh Boy Oberto having a great heat here.
Now, bear in mind, the other boats have been informed that they have jumped the gun, so they are aware of this. And as we go on board with Nate Brown, he's looking to lock up Heat 3B here. If he can hang on to the lead, keep this boat upright, and collect the 400 points, because there's really not a threat, Steve. As much as it looks like it on screen, those other boats are a lap behind.
And look at Dave Villwock in the Miss Budweiser. That is he now, just coming into the left side of your picture. He is trying, you've got to believe, to catch the 2 boats in front of him, not able to do it. So we might have a big story today here as the fuel restriction definitely affecting our national champion.
Have to wonder, because that boat struggled again in Seattle, as we said earlier, and then when it had to have it in the final, accelerated big time. But there's your winner of Heat 3B. Nate Brown has won here in San Diego, as celebration for the Oh Boy Oberto crew as they get the victory here. The fog lifting, but all smiles there in that camp. And let's take a look at how the race will officially finish up with those boats jumping the gun. The U3 able to move in, collect the 300 points. Elam Plus 3rd. Miss Budweiser and Zenetics rounding out the field, and there are the updated point standings after the Oh Boy Oberto win. And Steve Montgomery has a happy Nate Brown downstairs.
Well, first of all, talk about the start. We thought you were going to be way early, but you managed to throw out the anchor.
I lucked out, didn't I guess? We have no shoot speed, but we have acceleration. So I guess I sucked some guys over, but I guess that's boat racing. But, I mean, I kind of wish that was the final, you know, and my heart and my brain and my thoughts were with George out there without a doubt. And George, this was for you, buddy. And, you know, his last race on this planet was first place. And I'd sure like to win one for George.
The good news is you are firmly in the final, so go get ready.
That's what it's all about. Thanks a lot.
Nate Brown mentioning George Stratton. In the thoughts of all the drivers, Steve's got Bernie Little down in the pits.
Bernie, it's been a little bit of a tough day for the guys in red, and a real tough day for your friends down the pit area.
Yeah, it truly has been. We know what Kim Gregory and his family's going through right now, and our heart's out with them, and we love them, and That's boat racing, and that's about all you can say. The Lord takes care of us, and he died doing what he wanted to do most. And so we'll be a lot of prayers with him, and he'll be in boat heaven, we call it. So
now you have struggled a little bit with the fuel restrictions in the preliminary heats. We said that once earlier this year, and you won the final heat. So the day is not over for Dave and the red boat.
Well, I'd like to believe that, but let me tell you, we had a little more fuel in Seattle than we got here, and we're no complaints. We're there's got to be more than one boat wins, but I told him, for Christ's sake, do something wrong if you can, and he jumped the gun, and he still didn't win. But anyhow, Dave's done a tremendous job, as the crew is, and the Miss Budweiser will always be there.
Those are some words from Bernie Little, and now you're taking a look at the Unlimited Lights as they prepare for their final of the season, and Steve Montgomery has the preview.
The Unlimited Lights, automotive-powered big blocks, 468 to 511 cubic inches, the boat about 22 to 24 feet long, about a third the way to the big Unlimiteds, and they have put on a great show everywhere their Unlimited Big Brothers have gone here in year 2000. This will be the final heat of the year for these boats as well. The class of the field certainly has been Phil Bonancini in the Budweiser Pocket Mechanic, a winner in 5 of 6 events this year. As you can see, they are now pulling out onto Mission Bay, and we will have the final heat of the Unlimited Lights for you when we come back to San Diego. Stay with us.
Mission Bay in San Diego, and we get ready for the Unlimited Lights final here, the final race of the season for these Unlimited Lights, Steve.
A real change in the sound here as they come down to the start. 5, 4, 3, 2. Looks like a good start, and listen to the roar as those big automotive big blocks come by the crowd on Fiesta Island.
Again, those boats were very close to that line, it looked like. Again, it's all important in unlimited hydroplane racing, and even with the Unlimited Lights, to time that start correctly.
We are told it was a good start, and the leader is Phil Bonancini and the Little Miss Bud Pocket Mechanic on the inside. That's Randy Haas right beside him in the blue Comp Air. These two have battled all year, and they're going to do it again here in their last final of 2000.
If you're new to these broadcasts, that red boat, Phil Bonancini, he had not won a race until this season, yet he has been dominant on this circuit this year.
And you can see there, we can see the boats now clear at the other end of Mission Bay, TJ, so the fog is lifting, and that'll be good news when we get to our Unlimited final here in a few minutes.
Phil Bonancini maintains his lead. That's the inside boat. And meanwhile, Randy Haas, the Miss Comp Air on the outside, still chasing a familiar position for him. He has been chasing that red boat the entire season. Perhaps can catch him here in the final race in the year 2000 in San Diego. Bonancini, though, still looking good at this point.
TJ, would you believe we have penalties to call? This was an infraction before the start during scoring up. 1-lap penalties on Phil Bonancini, Randy Haas, and Dave Bender. Our first 3 boats have all just been assessed a 1-lap penalty. Right there, Randy Haas. Looks like he's second. I'm sorry, Randy, you're way back somewhere.
So how about this? All the drivers now being informed that they had problems before that start, and now we've got a new leader in the race. Phil Bonancini's boat is out in front. Confusion here in the Unlimited Lights final. Who we think is winning is not actually winning.
Phil is probably getting the word on the radio just now and perhaps slowing down a little bit. Coming by us there is Dave Bender, another one of the penalized boats. This is J.W. Myers in the Index Home Systems boat. J.W. up from the outboard ranks doing a fine job. Now, he wasn't penalized, but he is not at the front. We think it's Wayne Howard in a red boat that looks quite a bit like Phil Bonancini's, the Sanders Racing 136. Where is he on the water? He may be leading this thing, TJ, and not even know it right now.
Well, if we sound confused, it's because we are, because of what has happened at the start of this race. But Wayne Howard in the Sanders Racing boat, that boat right there is the boat that is in the lead now, despite the other boats being in front. And as we mentioned, very important, the drivers now know that that's the case. Wayne Howard, we're told, is now aware he's in front.
Now, how would you like to be Wayne driving along? He's a rookie also in this class. He's driving along in 4th place. Everything going okay, having a pretty good day. Somebody comes on the radio, says, you are leading this race. That's got to cause the heart to palpitate just a little bit. All he's got to do, apparently, is bring it home, and he's going to win a race here in his rookie season. That's Jerry Hopp right behind him in the Wizards Casino Graham trucking boat, and Jerry is running second on the water.
Wayne Howard's going to take the checkered flag. He wins the final Unlimited Lights final of the season. The Sanders Racing Team, a surprise victory. And there you see, with all of the problems, how the race order ended up. And the pocket mechanic of Phil Bonancini wins in the overall championship. Wayne Howard Jr. down in the pit, Steve Montgomery.
We gave him a little time to sort this out, and apparently you are the winner. Congratulations, Wayne.
Thank you very much. It was a big shock when I came into the beach. You know, I just basically, you know, broke the motor, and I thought, well, we just basically got by with maybe a fifth, and here it is. These guys all surprised me, and I'm number one. It's just a total shock.
Sometimes it's a good idea just to stay out of trouble.
Well, you know, with all the stuff that went on this weekend, you know, a lot of motions flying, I just wanted to put the boat back on the trailer in one piece, you know, and just come back.
Well, congratulations. We should see you out here again next year driving for Dick then.
Yeah, we're planning on stepping up. We're looking to hopefully get some sponsors and step up with a new boat and try to compete with these guys on their own level.
Congratulations, Wayne.
Oh, great. Thanks very much.
Wayne Howard wins the final race. Phil Bonancini the championship. And the boat's getting ready for the Unlimited final here in San Diego. That is coming up in a moment.